Destination D23, Disney's fan event that takes place on alternating years from their bigger D23 Expo, takes place this year in 1 month, from August 29th to 31st, 2025. This year, it will be held at Disney's Coronado Springs Resort on Walt Disney World property. Why is this event important? Well, Disney uses these events to go over many things with the company, including their future park plans and updates. At last year's D23 Expo, Disney announced some huge projects coming our way, like the Magic Kingdom expansion that includes the new Cars Land and Villains Land, the Monsters Inc. land coming to Hollywood Studios, and more info on the Tropical Americas coming to Animal Kingdom. They also discussed the Avengers expansion, the Coco Dark Ride, and the new Avatar Land, all coming to Disney's California Adventure in Anaheim. This year's event will definitely not be filled with such big heavy hitters like last year, but we're sure to get some great updates and maybe some potential new projects in the works. In this video, I'm going to go over my predictions for what Disney could be talking about at Destination D23 in relation to the American parks. Let's get to it. We'll start with Walt Disney World. For the most part, I bet we will just get a lot of updates on their previously announced projects. In Hollywood Studios, Muppet Courtyard closed this year on June 7th to make way for Monstropolis. We've seen some concept art of this area, but we really only know one thing coming, the long-awaited door coaster, which is sure to be amazing. I could see us getting a better picture of some of the other offerings coming to this area. The concept art shows Harryhausen's, an Asian-inspired restaurant that is seen in Monsters Inc. the movie, and a brand new show that will take over the Muppet Vision 3D building. So I could see us getting some new concept art relating to these projects, as well as maybe some new ground-level concept art. I'd also love some new info on the Muppets coaster refurb coming to Rock 'n' Roller Coaster. We know that the new ride is set to open in 2026, so hopefully they give us a more concrete timeline of when it will close to undergo this transformation. And maybe a sneak peek at some pre-show or in-ride elements and/or animatronics in it? That would be amazing. I was going to place some bets on an update to Animation Courtyard being announced at D23, but we got that announcement last week. I could see Disney elaborating on last week's announcement, giving us some more insight into what's coming to the refreshed Walt Disney Studios area of the park that is going to focus some love and attention on Disney animation. We know Star Wars Launch Bay and Disney Junior will close on September 25th so that this new land can open in 2026. The concept art that we got looks amazing, so I'm dying to hear more about this brand new area. Next, let's look at Animal Kingdom. We learned a couple years ago that Dinoland USA is getting the boot for Tropical Americas, featuring some new attractions, an Encanto Dark Ride, an Indiana Jones refurb of Dinosaur, and a new carousel. Chester and Hester's Dinorama closed early on this year, and construction has been in full force. We've been given a decent amount of info about this new area already, but I could see Disney giving us a little bit more in-depth info on what's coming our way. We know an Encanto ride is being constructed, and though many have speculated on what this ride system will be, it would be nice if Disney confirmed exactly what this ride is. Will it be an Omnimover, a trackless ride, a water ride? Hopefully, we'll find out soon. I'd love to get some more info on Indy's takeover as well. We know the Walt Disney World version of the Indy Dark Ride will not be a direct clone of Disneyland's or Tokyo's, but I would love to hear what the actual storyline behind this ride is, as well as some more detailed concept art, or dare I say, an animatronic? Okay, let's shift gears and head over to Magic Kingdom. We are all aware that the Rivers of America closed on July 7th to start its transformation into the brand new Cars area that will feature 2 new attractions. We've been given some updated concept art relating to this project, as well as some info on the flagship attraction. But I'm hoping we get some more info on the second attraction coming, as well as some more ground-level concept art to show some of the landscapes and sightlines that will be seen in this area. People, myself included, were not happy that the Rivers of America had to be removed. So Disney gave us some new concept art showing that the water is a key feature of this new area. I wouldn't be surprised if they give us some more renderings of this to help keep people satisfied with the controversial decision to change such an iconic area of the park. So we've been given a little info about the Cars Land coming, but we've been given practically nothing yet about what's coming behind Cars Land, the Villains Land expansion. Last D23, Disney dropped some very vague concept art, but that was about it. I really want to hear them give us a little bit more on what's coming. Whether that be ride possibilities, a rough layout of the land, some more detailed concept art, which villains will be featured, I'll take anything. It should be noted that some Disney execs, like CEO Bob Iger and Parks President Josh D'Amaro, were seen exploring Epic Universe's Dark Universe, hopefully taking some inspiration from it because that land is horror perfection. If Disney can give us their villain version of Monsters Unchained, that would be absolutely incredible. Given that Villains Land is going to come after the Cars Land, I don't expect to hear too much about this new area, but any crumbs that Disney wants to throw our way will be appreciated. And lastly, let's talk about Epcot. Though Epcot has just finished a massive transformation, I wouldn't be surprised to hear about future endeavors at this park. First off, I would love if they brought back the Spaceship Earth refurb from the dead. Though I doubt they'd go back to the same plans they had before, I could see them announcing that they are going to give Spaceship Earth some much needed TLC and maybe update the ending of the ride? Gotta bring it into the 21st century. And speaking of bringing projects back from the dead, how great would it be if they brought back the Play Pavilion? The Play Pavilion update was supposed to happen with their big refurb that was announced in, I believe, 2017. During the construction period of 2019-2020, lights could be seen inside the Play Pavilion, signaling that construction was indeed underway there. Who knows how much was actually done, but it would be great if they could pick up where they left off. I would love if they could bring a new attraction to World Discovery to help spread people out through the park. And let's be real, the Play Pavilion still shows up on the My Disney Experience map. That's gotta mean something, right? They immediately take off defunct areas of the park, see the blank space where the Rivers of America was. So does keeping the Play Pavilion on the map mean it's still on the table? And now, two a bit out there predictions of what could be coming to Epcot. First, I'd love to see something new with Figment. Last year they teased Figment heading into a studios building, giving us all hope that Figment would be getting a bigger presence in some form. Well, we got a meet and greet, but is that it? I would love either a Journey into Imagination refresh or some other Figment-related drop to happen. We all love Figment, let him shine. And lastly, and this has no basis whatsoever, but it would be incredible, is if we could get a new country added to World Showcase. Past pavilions that were talked about were a Russian pavilion, which, given world politics, I doubt will be happening anytime soon, and a Switzerland pavilion, which could have had a Matterhorn ride clone. I could definitely see Switzerland being added, which would be a great addition. I could also see an Australian pavilion being on the table, or a Brazilian pavilion. We haven't had a new pavilion open since Norway in 1988, so I think it's time. Alright, that covers everything that I think could be happening with the Walt Disney World parks in Orlando. Now, let's head over to the West Coast. Disneyland's 70th anniversary is underway, which has brought some great and innovative attractions and shows within their berm. But what else could Disney have up their sleeve for Walt's original park and their next door neighbor? Last year, Disney got confirmation that they were allowed to move ahead with their Disneyland Forward project, which is an expansion plan for the Anaheim Resort. It needed to get City Council approval on some issues before they were able to start, but now that they're in the clear, many new projects are underway or coming up. At D23 in 2024, Disney announced a slew of new projects. Avatar will be making its way to Anaheim, Coco is getting a ride, and Avengers Campus is expanding. Well, I fully expect Disney to further embellish us on these new lands and rides. Let's start with Avatar. We learn that the new Avatar land will be coming to California Adventure and will be taking over the old Hollywood backlot area. The area will also be expanded out from what is currently there, which we will touch on in just a minute. There are going to be 2 rides here in this new Avatar land, but little is known about these attractions at the moment. We got some concept art at the last D23 Expo, but I would expect to hear a little more, and hopefully see a little more, at this year's event. Now that we have confirmed the location for this new project, I would love a little bit more concrete art coming our way. Give us less blue sky and more actual layout. I would also be pleasantly surprised if they gave us a timeline or at least a start date for this project. Are they going to do this in conjunction with the new parking structure and walkway that they're going to be building, or are they going to do these at different times? And speaking of which, I would love some more info on this new parking structure and entrance. Earlier this year, Disney surprised us with some concept art about how they are going to be changing the entrance to Disneyland from Harbor Boulevard, and I am all for it. They explained that they are going to be building a multi-level parking structure over in one of their current parking lots by the Santa Ana Freeway, and then we will have a walkway over Harbor Boulevard to enter the resort. Security will be moved to right at the entrance here, and then the current bus loop area is being moved to create a brand new walkway up to the Esplanade. This new entrance looks fantastic, and it'll totally change how we traverse the park. And you can see how this will play into the new Avatar Land as well. This new entrance plan allows for Avatar Land to take over some of the current bus loop, allowing it the space it needs to be incredible. In regards to this new parking structure and entrance, I want more concept art. Give me ground level art. Show me more of the original Disneyland sign that will be right there off harbor. And maybe give a digital walkthrough of the walkway from the parking structure over the road to the new entrance. What I really want from this project is a direct timeline, and mainly a completion date. I would love if they were able to get this done by the 2028 Olympics that are coming to LA, and I could see that being their plan. Okay, let's head back into DCA and sneak over to Pixar Pier. Last year we were given some concept art on the new Coco ride coming our way, as well as a brief description that this ride will go back to the classic Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean routes, which has all of us excited. Just about a month ago, we were given some new concept art of the entrance, as well as confirmation of the area that this ride will be going in, which is over on the west side of Pixar Pier. Disney also announced that construction of this ride will start this fall in 2025. We've been given some good insight into this ride already, but how great would it be if they showed off an animatronic that will be in the ride? Show us Miguel and his guitar, or the impressive Alebrije Pepita. Honestly, any more info on this project would be welcome. And let's discuss one more California adventure project, the Avengers Campus expansion. Last year, Disney teased that we would be getting not one, but 2 new rides in Avengers Campus, which will more than double the area of this Marvel land. We are getting Stark Flight Lab, which will utilize the Kuka Arm ride system that Forbidden Journey and Monsters Unchained use over in Universal Orlando, and will take guests on a flight simulation to make sure they're ready to help the Avengers. The other ride, Avengers Infinity Defense, will be an e-ticket attraction that seems like it will use the same technology as the brand new Peter Pan ride over in Fantasy Springs at Tokyo Disney Resort. Or, if you're more familiar with American parks, it is very similar to the Spider-Man and Transformers rides at the Universal parks. We got a brief look at the ride vehicle, as well as some on-rides concept art. What I'm hoping is that at this event, we will get a more solid time frame for these rides. You can see that the ground is being moved in behind Avengers Campus, so they're well on their way for this project, but I want to know a potential opening year. I would also love some more footage of what is coming from inside Imagineering. Give us some ride scenes, some more storyline, some more concept art, anything. Okay, that's a lot of information for California Adventure, but what about Disneyland? Disneyland has just received a brand new high-end animatronic in the form of Walt Disney himself, which is part of an attraction that just debuted for their 70th anniversary celebration, which is underway now. Other than that, Disneyland hasn't been given anything new. Sure, some rides will be getting refreshes, like Autopia going electric, but no big projects announced yet. What I want from Disneyland is an update to Tomorrowland. In a dream world, I would love for Disneyland to get the same upgrade to Space Mountain that Tokyo Disneyland is getting, but there is a very slim chance of this happening. I haven't looked too far into it, but I wouldn't be surprised if there is some sort of exclusivity clause with Tokyo Disneyland over the new Space Mountain for a couple of years. Which means Disneyland couldn't upgrade to this new version until at least the next decade comes along. It's the same as to why Magic Kingdom had to wait so long to get Tron from Shanghai. However, there are still many updates that could be done. One big one, and a popular one at that, is that they could bring back the PeopleMover. This would be a huge project, as rocket rods really damage the structure of it, so there would be lots of foundational work that would have to happen. But I mean, come on Disney, just do it. Use it as an opportunity to refresh Tomorrowland, transform it into a new retro-futuristic area. The problem with having a land based on the future is that by the time you build it, it's already outdated. So instead of trying to create futuristic, go avant-garde with it. Create an alternate future. Disneyland Paris transformed their Tomorrowland, what they call Discoveryland, into a Jules Verne-inspired land. Now, I don't want Disneyland to copy this, but it would be cool to see them transform it into a different future. And one more thing Disney could bring up at this year's Destination D23 is the future of Disneyland Forward. For those unaware, the essence of Disneyland Forward was getting approval to rezone certain areas of Disney-owned property to be eligible to be used for park expansions. This includes some of the parking structures they have on the west side of the resort. There is one parking structure to the west of Disneyland and one to the west of DCA. Some blue sky concept art was given for this expansion to help show the city council what could potentially be done, but how great would it be if we could get some more concrete plans of what's to come? Could it be an expansion of Disneyland, an expansion of California Adventure, both, Or could they possibly turn both parking lots into a whole third gate? The possibilities here are endless. If Disney Imagineering has concluded what they're going to do with these new expansion pads, they should let us know. And there you have it. There's everything that I think/hope will come from Destination D23 at the end of August. A lot of previously announced projects that we just want more information on, and a lot of new hopeful projects that would just improve upon what is already there. The best part about Disney is they could have a secret up their sleeve that none of us even know about. So now I'm passing it over to you. What do you think could be announced at this year's D23? Are you expecting any surprises or shakeups? What would be your dream announcement to hear from them? Let me know in the comments. If you made it this far, please consider giving this video a like to help support the channel. And please consider subscribing if you want more theme park updates like this. And if you want more theme park content in general, please follow us on Instagram at Canuck Park Hopper. Thanks for hanging with me and going over our D23 prediction. And I'll see you in the next one.